Chosen vessels, what's the deal? Let's get it. Major signs. Monitoring spirits are watching and plotting when you're minding your business and not paying them attention. Major signs that you're being monitored. People will behave around you doing street theater. That's going to be a major sign that you're being monitored. People are going to be doing street theater in your presence. When you go out into public and you try to have a normal experience, you're going to notice that there are those who aren't behaving like they should, and their actions, the things they go to do, are aimed at getting attention from you. All right? So people are going to be reaching. People are going to be just doing anything. All right? Anything to make some noise, anything to attract your attention, anything that they can do to use or weaponize against you as a form of warfare against your brain. All right? And these things are going to seem like nothing to other people. It's going to seem like nothing's happening, nothing's going on. They're just living their everyday life. And to other people, they appear to not be doing anything. They appear to just be out and about, enjoying themselves, having a good day, not even thinking about anybody else other than themselves. And that's how you know that this is a way to play a game on a person's mind, because the way they do it, it seems like they're not doing anything at all. And other people can't tell. Other people can't see it. The only person that knows this exists is you and them. You're the only person that know that this exists, is you and them. So it's very important for you to not get too caught up into people's behavior and remain focused on living your life. Always remain focused on the next thing. All right? The brain is always moving on to bigger and better things, and make sure that you move along with it. Don't bring your mind back to what happened earlier or yesterday or a couple months ago, only unless you're making sense out of it and having to recollect on a past experience for your future benefit or improvement. So people will behave strange, and they're going to be using what's called street theater against you as a form to make you react. And I always wondered why I would be so ready to react to people. And the thing is, when you're gang stalked, they want you to think that it's you, because of all the problems that you have throughout the day with random people you don't even know. Random people you don't even know, obsessed with you. But the thing is, these people are in groups. All right? These people are in groups. So it's not random. It is random people to you, but all you're doing is meeting the gang, especially if you're in an area, if you're in a town where these kinds of behaviors are constantly happening to you and you're constantly experiencing street theater, weird behavior, people acting strange or funny around you, doing things that are unbeknownst to you, things that are unknown to you, things that you don't even understand. And it seems like, why do you have a problem with everyone? A person that's peaceful, a person that goes about their way, a person that minds their business, a person that doesn't want any trouble. How come you are on edge around other people? How come it always seems like you're the one who has the attitude or who has the problem? And none of these people who are covertly, aggressively trying to attack you, they don't ever get caught up. They don't ever get noticed. They don't ever get seen as the one who's the troublemaker. But you who responds, you will be seen as the troublemaker. And this is why it's good to not react, because some of these people are in cohorts and are in alignment and in agreement and in the same organization as law enforcement. A lot of these people are in the same situation as the police. All right. A lot of these people are cool. They have buddies in these organizations and they feel that there's nothing wrong that they're doing. Some of the people in quote unquote organizations will even go as far as to say that this person is a bad person. So that way, the people who are acting this way towards you won't even have any guilt or feel bad about it. But mostly they won't have any guilt or feel bad about it either way, because it's only so long a person that's not evil can give in. Even if somebody is being blackmailed, if they have a conscience, they'll be like, yo, just tell on me, expose me, let everybody know. I can't keep doing this to innocent people who I don't know. They didn't do anything wrong to me. This is a good person. You have me watch this person. I don't know what I don't know what they did to you, but they didn't do anything to me. And this person, I'm not seeing anything bad from them. That's what a person with a good conscience would say. But a person with a good conscience probably wouldn't even be involved with that in the first place. They'd probably just be like, you're going to have to expose me or blackmail me, because I'm not doing that. God is going to destroy you before you even get the chance to even do that. So it really boils down to the person and their moral standards. All right. So these are the major signs spirits are watching and plotting while you're minding your own business. They don't want it to be easy for you to live your life, and they make it so it's difficult for you. All right. All these people attacking a person at once, anyone that is aware or intelligent or able to see that there's something going wrong, they're going to be aware. All right. So you will have people, who will play these games with you and act like they're not doing anything. And we all know this by now. All right. But you have to ask yourself, why was it always me having the issue with people? How come it seems like everybody else can just go out in public, enjoy themselves, have a good time, and not be bothered by anyone else? All right. And I know some people I saw somebody in the comments, they thought they were waking me up. They were like, you're black. And I'm like, no stuff, Sherlock. So they were like, I know I'm black, but it's more than being black. It's a little deeper than that. All right. So because there are a lot of people, different races, different backgrounds, different towns, countries that are experiencing this type of behavior. All right. So racism is just one factor. All right. It's just one factor in the grand scheme of things. Even if may say it is number one on the chart, they're doing this to you because you're a certain race. There are people who are of the same race or same ethnic group that do the same thing, that are just as demonic and evil as someone else or whoever you would say is racist. And that's just me keeping it real. So it would really behoove you to not see this as deep as, or just on the surface level of being a race thing or a color thing, even though it is a factor in it. It's not the only factor. So just focusing on that alone, you'd be setting yourself up to not have a greater understanding of what this really is. All right. So major signs that people are monitoring spirits, are watching and plotting. You can tell when people are watching you due to how they act. All right. I would have cars back up like I wasn't there. They'll treat you like they will treat you like you don't exist, while totally 110% aware of your existence. And a person with a mind that is smart and able to pick up on the things that are happening to them in their environment, that person is highly aware. All right. And you become more intuitive as you use your intuition. So as my intuition would grow, I would know when a person is about to back out. And that's all I knew. I didn't know targeted individual. I didn't know gang stalking. I just figured, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm black, so this is how people are going to react to a black person. But then when other black people started doing it to me, God started showing me that it's a little deeper than that. So I started just being aware of the things and the people around me, and I would know that I couldn't back up behind certain vehicles, because I couldn't walk behind certain cars because a vehicle would back out and I'd be the one that it may back out over. And I'm like, yay, not me, not today. All right, that's why I made that video. You got to be careful in parking lots. And I mean, I know somebody out there really felt that, because when I would, as a pedestrian, when I would go to make my daily travels and get my things and go where I needed to go to work, to wherever I had to go, to the store, I would notice the same behavior from people. I'd either walk past the business and the same truck would be about to leave the parking lot of the business the same time I'm walking past the establishment every time. you know, I digress. I went through trying to prove that. I went through trying to get police help. I went through trying to get help from anyone to get them to stop. I called the business number of times. They played me. They tried to make it seem like it was something that an issue I had with them and their drivers. All it is gaslighting, but it's like, who would have that great of a problem with someone that they don't even know? So it's like I like these lists do hold some truth to it. All right, there are lists that people are on, that people will trade and people will share with other people, other dark intel, other dark information of the dark arts, and they'll be like, hey, this is a person that we can do that to, or hey, he's on the list. Look, him over there, he's on the list. So just going to stores, seeing the same people at the same time, because you're a creature of habit. All right. So when you see the same people in the same places, that's a natural occurrence sometimes. Sometimes you will see the same people in the same place. Duh, especially if you live in the same environment or the same town, or you're in close proximity to them, you're going to see some of the same people at the same time randomly, because there are just occurrences like that happen in life. But there are no coincidences in this universe. All right. So some people you do randomly see because you're just meant to see them, and other people you see because it's timed. It's orchestrated. It's planned out. They've plotted. They knew at 3:30 at this time you're going to be at this location specifically, getting this, doing that, doing what it is you need to do, grabbing this, grabbing that, just living your normal life. But because of the list you're on, because the jealousy they have, because the hate they have, because of the type of person you are, and because these people are just flat out plain evil, they're going to attack you because you're on that list. And you're on that list because of the energy that they see in you, the God they see in you, the good presence that's on you. All right. So you're going to notice that when people behave strangely around you, it's because they're monitoring your spirit. All right. There will be times where you'll be having a conversation. People will just be sitting there, standing, staring at you, minding your business. And it's normal for people to stare at other people. That's what eyes are for. People go out into public. Some people watch. Are they monitoring spirits? No. They may just be people watching, just, checking people out, not sending any dark, negative energy at them, not trying to stop them from living their life. Maybe they're just a little inquisitive, and maybe they're just a tad bit more nosy than they should be. But are they a monitoring spirit? Are they out here trying to destroy people and swap destinies and gang stalk and harass others with non-touch torture? Probably not. Probably not. But are there those that do? Strong yes. A strong yes. So people will just be behaving strange and odd, and it's always going to be something that happens around you that is just like, and the thing is, your spirit picks up on it. Your senses pick up on it. when people aren't acting normal around you. And it's nothing that you have to prove to other people. So when you experience something, just know that that's God in you, that's your intuition, and you notice something that happened that probably shouldn't. You notice something that happened because a person was being a creep. You notice something that happened because somebody was probably oddly too close to you. All right, some of these people, you can actually like you're gonna be able to catch them and just turn around and tell them just like, hey, I need my space. Please back up. Hey, back up. I need my space. You're a little too close to me. Too close to Dylon. You can even play around with them. You know, too close to Dylon. Hey, I did that too close to Dylon. All right, you about to make me spit hot fire. Back the fuck up. Back the freak up. All right, back the freak up. You know, you might want to say that other word. Back the up. Back up. All right, back the freak up. All right. It is what it is, man. Like these signs are gonna let you know that yo, I'm gonna have to start going out earlier. So that's the thing. Even if it's like you're going to have to go out earlier, you're going to have to get your things at different times. You're going to have to move like a secret agent. All right, for you're gonna have to move like a secret agent for your own agency of peace. All right, because there are people out there who will try you and test you. All right, I had to fix my routine and do things differently plenty of times. If you notice that when you go to do things, a million cars pull up and everybody gets out the car at one time to race you and get into the store before you do, you're definitely being watched. You're definitely being plotted on. You're definitely being harassed. Don't nobody have time to pull up and watch someone go into a store and try to beat them to the door. Who has time for that but a loser creepy freak, a loser creep, a loser freak? All right, somebody that is just weird and strange, and it's okay with being weird and possibly even a little strange. All right, that's what makes the world go round. Different kinds of people. Just because something's weird and strange to you, it may be a different cultural practice. It may be something that happens in their environment that doesn't happen in yours. Weird and strange to you, completely normal and sane to them. But there are instances where people do things that they have no business doing because they know you're on some list and they want to monitor you and they're out to try to stress you out. All right, I lived in several areas where this took place. You would walk behind certain cars, they'll back up. You know, you have to watch out where you're going. People slamming doors as you walk past their car. People revving their engine, starting their vehicle as soon as you walk past their car. These are all things, it's gaslighting. Anything that someone does to a person's mind that they'll be like, yo, that wasn't aimed at you, it's all gaslighting. And gaslighting is something to make a person doubt themselves, to try to play with a person's mind. And people will play with that, and people will do that to try to break you down. And they want you to be paranoid, all right? They want you to not be comfortable in your environment. They want you to not have friends. And that's the thing. They don't want the normal people. They want you to be seen. They want you to be crazy seeming to normal people because you're aware and you could point out what the creepy, weird things that they're doing, and you could put the whole organization out on Front Street. Or even if you just have friends, even if you meet good people, even if you meet the people you're supposed to meet, other God-fearing people, other people who have a good heart, all right? They don't want you to connect with people. They want you to seem like it's something wrong with you, so that way people in public will stay away from you. No one will help you. No one will lend a helping hand. No one will pay attention and be like, yo, this man's targeted. This woman's targeted. This person is going through it. How can we be of assistance to this person? They're doing something diabolical and detrimental and demonic to this person's mental space. So you know, it is what it is. You have to pretty much be your own spiritual protector as far as your mind goes. Even though God will help you and He is there, it's our job to make sure that we stay prayed up, we put God first, and that we're not really trying to we're not getting broken down by this behavior. All right, we're not allowing ourselves to be destroyed by this behavior. All right, so and it's always when you're minding your business and not paying attention to them. All right, like you are so popular you don't even know. So I just thought of it as people wanting to back over when I walked behind their car. So I became like, this was how God was strengthening my intuition. I would get behind, I would get to certain areas, and just by how people would move, I would just stop and just wait. And this person, and this is how you know people are watching and monitoring you. If somebody starts moving when you start moving, and you see them about to go do something, just stop. And if that person stops what they're doing and is like either staring at you or not moving anymore, or they're waiting to move based off of how you're going to move, that's how you know that person is watching you. They're trying to stop and think, and try to project themselves into your world, so that way you and them have a weird by chance interaction. All right, say you're walking out of your door and you're walking in the parking lot of your apartment. Somebody walks out their apartment, they walk out to their car, but what they really do is they rush, and it's like they're racing you, and it's like they're speeding to their vehicle. They either want to get in their car before you, they'll sit and wait, and then as soon as you go to turn your car on, this person turns their car on, backs up, and then drives out, and now you're driving behind them. It's all types of weird things to get you to know that, hey, I'm watching you. All right, and people won't pay attention to this, and you probably shouldn't. I normally, and I'm leaning more towards not giving a damn about it. All right, but it's certain things that your mind just makes sense out of, and you can't help it. You're like, okay, that's what they're doing, this, that, and the other. And it's best to become educated on these things. All right, sometimes you got to go through the furnace or the fire, and to become refined. And you've just been, you're just being refined. All right, you know, in the beginning you're trying to figure things out, and you can't fault yourself for that. You can't fault yourself for trying to figure things out and being aware of what's happening around you, because more than likely you were trying to probably find some ways to put an end to it and to stop it. But the way you put an end to it and to stop it is by not allowing them to attack your mind, by you getting upset, you reacting, you giving them your energy, you getting mad or heated over what they do. All right, especially in the summertime when it's hot, or you know, if you're going through a particular situation. Like, life is already hard enough to deal with, but then you have people who are coming to you purposely to try to stress you out and make it even worse. This happens in your environment, this happens at jobs, this happens in your neighborhood, this happens out at random places when you're trying to shop and just live your normal life. All right, so it's really going to take the power of God in you to remain stable. All right, this is why you always ask and thank God for a sound mind. Always thank God for a sound mind. So that way you won't lose your mind, because people are trying to get you to do that so bad. All right, and they're jealous of how your life is going. They're jealous of the life that they see that you have, and they're jealous of all the good things that they see coming your way, because they know you're destined and headed for greatness, and great things are going to come to you. So what they want you to do is be broken down, drooling on yourself, using the bathroom on yourself, not being able to take care of yourself in somebody's mental facility before that actually happens. So because they don't want that to take place. All right, it's so diabolical. All right, it's so evil, because they could just tell by looking at a person that this person is going somewhere and God is doing something for them. But of course, the opposition, the devil has to show his ugly ass face. All right, the devil has to rear his head. All right, so, but the thing is, the weapons are going to form, and these are the weapons. These are the weapons forming against you, but they're not going to prosper. Something may stress you out, but it's not going to prosper. All right, they may get you out of that job or out of that living space, but they're not going to prosper. It's still going to be a way for you to succeed. All right, so always thank God, and be grateful for that. All right, so it's a lot of things that these characters do. All right, these characters are extremely evil, and they will stop at no end. All right, stop at no end. So switching up times, going to the store early, as I'm talking about, as soon as the store opens. They open at 7 o'clock, be there at 6:45. All right, be in that area around 6:45. Just be doing whatever it is. All right, and then just pop up, boom, as soon as they open 7 o'clock, be right there. I don't advise you waiting out front, because that will draw early bird stalkers. All right, a lot of older people who have nothing to do, that are gang stalkers, all right, will be early bird stalkers. All right, they'll see that, oh, this is when he's going to show up. I can show up here. I have nothing to do. I'm retired. This will give me something to do. I'll go get me a coffee from McDonald's, and I'll stalk this person. So it's like they have their ways of trying to manipulate and trying to get around the new schedules that you create for yourself, but always switch it up. Maybe you have to go, maybe you have to do all your shopping at one time. Maybe you have to switch up the way you eat and just buy certain things that will last, and you only have to go out and get a few vegetables or a few fruits and water and stuff like that every other week or so. All right, but always make sure that you buy enough to where you can limit the amount of times you have to go out and see these people. All right, and don't ever let anyone know your shoe size or clothing size, or where you like to shop, what you like to wear. Be as plain and low key as possible. If you like to treat yourself, if you want to go enjoy yourself, do it real big. Go out to a place to where you've never gone to, where they're not going to expect you to go, and don't tell nobody that you're going there. All right, when people see you and they're in close proximity to you, and they're doing proxy stalking, and they're watching your every move, watching what you buy, watching what you wear, watching what you eat, watching where you go, watching where you wash your drawers, watching where you go to the park to work out. All right, like they're creeps, and they have nothing else better to do but watch somebody else live their life and enjoy their experience. And depending on how much they see you enjoy it, it's like that burns them up and destroys them. So they have to try to come and try to make it as unenjoyable as possible. And that's their main objective. That's their main goal, to make your life unenjoyable. They don't want you to have any fun. They don't want you to have any peace. They want you to be mad and sad, and just be allowing them to push your buttons and their every be at their every what's the word, their every whim or something like that. It's a word I'm looking for. I probably messed it up. A lot of things being said in this video, but it's like they want you to be on call. Basically, when they do something, you react. All right, they want you to be reactionary. All right, that's the only way you'll lose. So these are just some major signs. What else do these creeps like to do? But yeah, they'll rev their engine up when you walk past their car, little stupid stuff like that, try to get your attention because they're lame and they know you don't care about them. Why are you supposed to care about some people that you don't even know? Especially some people that are trying to attack your mind. So it's like I would notice, I'm like, yo, why do people want me to care about them? People will rush the door, so you have to hold it for them. Like people will rush the door, so you have to hold it for them. That's not normal. Normal people don't do that. All right, normal people aren't trying to race you. Normal people aren't trying to compete with you. Normal people aren't trying to get in your way to purposely try to upset you or frustrate you. All right, these people can tell that you don't want nothing to do with them, so they create instances to where you have to deal with them, and they're getting on your nerves. All right, they know that they're problematic. They know that they cause people to be upset and have attitudes. They're very skillful at pissing people off and upsetting them and ruining people's lives, ruining people's days, day after day, moment after moment, time after time. Because at some point, somebody's going to lose it, and somebody's going to be tired of this BS, and they're going to think that somebody's going to see and somebody's going to notice, and something like you're on your own when it comes to this. You are on your own when it comes to this. It's just you and God. So you're gonna have to move smart. Like I had to wash my clothes. People would be in competition with me washing my clothes. I'd have to go to the laundromat, and I would get to the laundromat as I'd be there as soon as they open, because I knew if I came there any later, people would be there that would try to purposely upset me and do the little psychological warfare, no touch, torture, harassment type stuff. All right, I even almost got into a fight with somebody who owned a laundromat, and I told the police officer. Yeah, the police got called. I told the police officer, I said, look, dude, I said, check the camera. I said, I was walking around minding my business, and this man purposefully walked up into me and just ran into me. Like somebody just randomly just run into you and charge you and bump you. You're not gonna shove them or have any unkind words for them, especially if you're already being targeted. Like people who deal with this stuff, you have to be one of the most super chill people that you can be. You have to be on relax mode. They're waiting for you to put your hands around somebody's neck so they could dial 911, get you on their camera, being aggressive. Oh, I'm being followed. I'm being stalked. So they could put you in a mental place. All right, they want you to put your hands on somebody. They want you to react negatively, so that way they could try to get you caught up and destroy your life. All right, these people are nothing but the devil, and they're going straight to hell. They're going straight to hell. They're going straight to hell. All right, they're gonna burn and they're gonna suffer, and their body's gonna smell like sulfur when they get to them flamely gates. It's gonna smell like a fart. All right, it's gonna smell like a rotten, rancid fart, lion fart. All right, you know lions be eating meat all day. You ever seen one of them lions? Clear the whole lionesses out. Even some of the little cubs have died from some of the male lion farts. All right, so you telling me, yo, what man? When they get to hell, it's gonna smell bad. All right, and I hope I won't be there with them. But I'm pretty much doing things to make sure that I don't go there. All right, I'm in check of myself, and I'm making sure that I stay prayed up and that I stay a good person. And I know some people say you're not a good person. There are no good people. I'd like to see some of these people, damn it, because if I'm not a good person, I don't know who the hell is. All right, if we're not good people, then who is a good person? Because it's sure as heaven ain't those people out here doing things to try to play games with your mind. All right, and any demon could pick up a phone and make a video and be like, oh, you're not a good person. So I'm not sure if that person was a demon or not. I'm pretty sure that, they might have just been trying to create some content, or possibly put a message out there to strive for better and strive for greater. I'm hoping that's what that was. But I'm not gonna say that I'm not a good person. All right, the Bible says, man, I know I'm not that. I know I'm not no weird stalker, creepy, trying to make somebody take themselves out because it's like the pressure they're enduring is too real. I know I'm not that. I know I'm not out here causing problems for people to make them yell and scream and feel like, they need to escape their own mind. Like, that's how they make you feel. They make you feel like you need to escape your own head. And that's why that's why some of them people are they're going to get, man, you wait and see what happens to these people. Just wait. Be patient and wait on the Lord, and you just wait and see what happens to these quote unquote enemies. All right, so that's it. They behave strange. They're weird. They'll show up at places the same time to cause trouble. All right, but back to that story real quick. This dude at this laundromat, I'm washing my clothes, and you could just tell when somebody's got that spirit on them. It's like, oh boy, this person got that type of spirit on them. And when you can see that type of spirit on them, get ready, because they'll gaslight you. That's when the gaslighting starts. When these narcissists can tell that you see the spirit on them, they're going to gaslight you, and they're going to point the finger, and they're going to try to say it's you. And they're going to try to manipulate you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong when you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just existing and being there. And they have a problem with you. So this man had a problem with me coming to his establishment to wash my clothes. And the thing is, like, we end up getting into it, and I'm like, yo, you're jealous. And he's like, jealous of what? And I'm sitting there looking at myself. I know my situation isn't the best, but that made me doubt myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you got that. You're right. What does this person have to be jealous of? So that pretty much, right then and there, that you have to. I wouldn't even engage with these people because they're really skilled at manipulation and putting people back in the "it must be me" box. It must be something wrong with me box. If you think it's something wrong with you enough from enough people attacking you, you'll self-admit yourself. And then once you go in and try to explain to them and talk to them about your experience, oh, they're gonna have fun with you. So it's best to just stay prayed up and to not react and stay away from these people, man. If you sense a bad spirit, I don't care if it inconveniences you. I don't care if you have to spend more money. I don't care if you don't have any more money. All right, I don't like, God will bless you in ways that you can't even fathom. So whatever it is that's going wrong, or however they inconvenience you, maybe you can't get any food right now. Maybe you can't go wash your clothes right now. Maybe you can't go work out right now, or go to the gym, or go to the library, or go to the mall, wherever it is you want to go. Maybe you can't take care of your business right here and right now. But if you get back to a place where you can sit and think, God will give you a download. God will send you some information. You'll be able to figure something out and find a way for for yourself to still be able to function as a normal, safe, secure being on this planet. All right, I know I'm making sense to somebody. I may not make sense to everybody, but I know I'm making sense to somebody. All right, some of us have been through all of it. All right, there's somebody out there to the T that understands what I'm saying in my video. All right, so it just, man, you just gotta keep your head up, because these people are sick, and it's like the sickos are in charge and running the world right now. All right, wicked places, all right, wicked spirits and principalities and heavenly places and high places. All right, so we're rolling with God, and we're rolling with the King, and we're destroying wickedness one day at a time. All right, so just remember, remain peaceful, rejoice, and don't catch no attitudes or no cases over these weird people and their ugly faces. But back to the story real quick. Man, I'm trying to wash my clothes in this place, and I could sense the spirit on this person, but I'm just like, you know what? Let me wash my clothes and just get on out of here. You sense that spirit on that person, man? Yo, you might as well just chalk that day to the wayside. As far as your, just will let me be more positive. You might as well chalk that attempt to the wayside and be like, you know what? I gave it my best effort. I tried. Let me go either try somewhere else, or I'll try later, or I'll try again tomorrow. But I'm not going to be stopped from living my life. God just saved me from a vicious attack. I'm just going to keep moving. All right, I had to waste time explaining me trying to do some normal stuff. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to explain to an officer, right, that was pretty much called to end your life, to come and speak to you about just like stuff that you know to be true, that you're enduring and going through every day. It's just like, here we go again, man. I'm like, look, sir, I'm not trying to come off, like this whole thing is weird, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm like, this person, I'm trying to wash my clothes. This person created issues, started trouble with me. You could check the camera. That's all I said. I didn't get into stalking. I didn't get into following. I didn't talk about me or anything. I'm just like, yo, I went to wash my clothes. This person ran into me. You could check the camera. This person was pretty much haunting my footsteps when I'm trying to wash my clothes. He's like, he was following you around? I said, yes, sir. He was following me around while I was trying to wash my clothes, and he ends up running into me and bumping into me, and I'm like, yo, what's your problem? And then he's like, what's your problem? So basically, dude was I'm not sure if he saw my videos or what, but dude got some type of attitude with me in his establishment trying to wash my clothes. Maybe I was enjoying myself. Maybe I seemed like I was having too much fun washing my clothes. And this dude had just started some trouble with me and had a problem with me. And he gets into this screaming match, and he's like, leave, leave. I said, bro, I'm not leaving till my clothes are done. I said, you're gonna have to call the police. And he was like, oh, I said, man, I said, yo, call. I said, you know what? I'll call him. I called the police. I said, man, I said, I'm trying to wash my clothes. This dude, he's acting unruly. I've done nothing to him. I need some people here to take care of the situation. He's trying to throw me out before my clothes are done. I need somebody to check the camera, because he just assaulted me. He just ran into me. He's trying to say that I'm the aggressor of the situation. So I just, I'm like, yo, sometimes you got to get them before they try and get you. And he was like, he said he was calling the police. I actually called him, because you're not gonna play with me, and you know what I mean. You're just not gonna play with me like that. So people can say whatever they want. It is what it is. I'm like, this is this man's business. I'm like, he threatened to call the police on me, so I did what I had to do. I called him too. If they threaten to call the police on you, you call them too, especially when you're in the right and you're not doing what? Anything wrong. But, this person was in their feelings. The spirit of evil came over them, and they felt that, like, this man ran into me and bumped into me. It was only two people in the laundromat. You telling me, with all the space in your laundromat, with you back there watching the camera and watching me and seeing where I'm at, you can't find another route to go. You have to directly walk right into me, and it's 7:30 in the morning, and you and me are the only ones in the laundromat. You telling me you can't find enough space for you to walk where you run directly right into me? Make that make sense. I can't make this up. So it is what it is. All right. Even when you go to make an attempt to try to get out of trouble and try to get out of harm's way, when you are doing what you're supposed to do and you're working towards making your life better, the devil's going to show it. He's going to show himself some way, somehow. But God will always have your back, and a child of God that's on a righteous path, that's doing what's right to the best of his ability, all right, will always prevail. All right, just keep putting God first in your life. Crack your Bible open every day. Give thanks for your existence here on God's green earth, and keep putting him first. Stay humble, stay non-reactionary, and stay peaceful. All right, because these forces out here will try to get to you and attack you any way they can. Any way they can. So remain peaceful, remain diligent, keep doing you, keep doing the best that you can do, and pray to God that things will work out the best way they can. Peace.